the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to LG Ultragear presents the Esports Club Gauntlet Season 3 powered by Crucial along with our apparel partner 656 and our accessories partner Cosmic Byte. I'm Floki, with me is Universe. Universe, this is the second best of 3 of the day. It's gonna be happening between Team Exploit versus another team that I don't remember, which is why, you know what, let's just jump straight into the pictures and see for ourselves who that other team is gonna be. And I believe the other team is, drumroll, oh, it's ROG Academy. There we go. Well, how's that for an intro? You think I did good, Universe?
I mean, I'm just gonna ask ROG guys here if they think you did better because you
Oh,
completely
boy.
forgot them. But yeah, I think that ROG Academy and Team Exploit are right now on two ends of the earth. I feel like ROG Academy are a team that, well, we know how their system works, right? We know that these guys go through their iterations of different teams. They come up with new people every now and then in a couple of months, and they have the way they make their changes to go into different tournaments. But Team Exploit, well, they're the best team from the country right above ours, and they have been on a winning streak recently. They've been a really dominant team as well. I
Mhm.
think that they're right amongst those leagues of having to be with Velocity and Global Esports, or maybe a step below them, if at all anything. But yeah, I think RG have their work cut out for them today. It is going to be difficult, very difficult, and they need to, probably do something crazy if they want to win against Exploit.
Oh yes, so Team Exploit seems to be one of those teams that just came out of nowhere and just starting to stomp every team in sight, right? Now, of course, we haven't seen them play against the juggernauts, the behemoths of the scene, but still, so far they're looking quite promising. And you know what? I want to find out more about the players who are going to be playing today. But before we jump into that, let's have a look at the MVP standings first and see if any of the players have made it there, because that will give us an insight into how these guys like to play. So. Okay, well, doesn't look like the players are in the MVP standings, but that doesn't take away anything from them. Just quickly go over this. Deathmaker, of course, he's on top of velocity, 182 kills, MVP 5 times. Paradox, from True Rippers, has also done a great job for his team. 3 MVPs for him, great KD as well. Followed by IonQ and Cactus, who also have pretty good KDAs. I think Cactus for himself too has actually done quite well. ACS of 258 and a KD of 1148617. Uh, Universe, now correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Cactus not a duelist player? Isn't he an initiator or
No, no.
a
Cactus
sentinel?
is a duelist. He
Okay,
plays the
he's a
Jet
duelist.
for FS Esports, and
All right.
sometimes he moves around that Killjoy as well when need be. But yeah, it's all for duelists here.
Mhm.
Everybody here is a Jet main, and as you would expect as well. Who else will be are they? I don't expect to see anybody apart from maybe RVK at some point.
Mhm.
I think he's the one who probably should be there, but Jet mains, and Jet mains. Even the ones I think even the next four in the MVP standings are also probably Jet mains. So
Oh boy.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, let's have a look at the group standings and see where exactly we've got our two teams placed. Whether or not Explorer are gonna be looking at the top four for this one. After this one, they already are there, and they can
Mhm.
confirm a first place finish after this match. Whereas RG, bottom of the table, and it's kind of a reminiscence of what they had in the first season that they were here. By the way, they did
Yeah.
not start off well. I still remember their first match, which I casted, was RG against Velocity, and they gave a good fight to Velocity, but Velocity won that 2-0. But that was ages ago. And here, yet again, with a new team, RG really haven't gotten their first step, not even a map. And Exploit, well, they haven't lost anything yet. So that's kind of two opposite polar ends that we're going to be seeing facing off each other today.
Absolutely. ROG definitely seems like a team that we all had high hopes for when we first saw them, but it seems that ever since the constant roster shuffles, they just haven't been delivering as much, and they just haven't been up to the mark. Will that change today, though? That's the better question to ask, because I think with their player changes and with the changes that they've made in the roster, maybe they're going to be in a better spot coming in into this particular BO3. I feel like ROG Academy are one of the teams that can catch us by surprise, and I'm hoping that they in fact do, because I really want to see this team succeed. It is a prestigious organization. If you've been around for a while, you know who these guys are. But yeah, on a separate note, do scan that QR code. Make sure you get yourself some Red Bull. And yeah, if you take that code right there, you're gonna get yourself a Red Bull. You're gonna enjoy the match and be energized as well. But let's have a look at ROG Academy and see what the players are made up for as we jump into the team spotlight for ROG Academy. And I'm really curious to see what roster changes they have made. Okay, I see some new faces. I remember some of these names. Equinox comes to mind, but everyone else, I don't think I've seen them play as much. Sensei, Equinox, Bullseye, Ludra, and one. I didn't quite catch one.
Wonder.
Wonder. Okay, it
Yeah.
seemed like he had written Wondra there, with a DRA, so I thought maybe he was trying to do something with that name, but nah, his name is Wonder.
But yeah, this team, I honestly believe that we know Bullseye before. He's played for teams in the past who have played in the TC Gauntlet, and Equinox also he has been spotted out here and there. But I think this is a team which is a lot reliable on their individual skill more than their team performance. Because Sensei, I know that guy, he's crazy. I don't know what that guy eats for breakfast, dinner, or lunch, or what is his secret sauce that he
Hmm.
puts on his food. But Sensei is an absolute beast of a player. He's explosive. He's dynamic. He's really upfront, aggressive in your face when need be. Knows how to hold on the game and makes them play on his pace. He's a really interesting player, and I feel like he's gonna have a great future ahead of him. If at all he moves somewhere else to some other team at the end of his RG tenure. But I think that this team has a focus on individual skills, which
Hmm.
is underlying about under the fact that they're supposed to play as a team, right?
Yeah.
So ROG, they are a team. They have functioned well in certain situations. It's like it's sort of sunspots here and there, bright spots across a land of pretty average performances, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's about those spots, and considering those spots, let's have a look at this player spotlight from RG. Who is it going to be? I should believe that I want to see Sensei. It's going to be Ludra, the player spotlight powered by Crucial. Now, he is a controller player, Floki. I'm not quite sure if you've seen him play, but I watched a couple of matches of this guy play. And to be honest, he's got a sort of this clutch potential that I like to see.
Mhm.
As an Astra, you need to be quick on your feet, know where to place your stars, and where exactly you can help out your teammates best. Apart from when you're alone, in a 1v2 or whatever. But Luja has got this flair about himself that he plays when that Astra, or he shifts over as well. Maybe if he wants to be an initiator at times, but he's had a pretty decent showing so far, I believe, in terms of utility. But in his kills and in his aim wise battles, he's struggled a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping he can fix that because looking from his combat score, it actually seems that he's a pretty legit player. He's got 215 ACS for someone who plays the controller. It's a little unusual, not gonna lie. Usually you don't see controller players crossing that threshold often, but I guess because he plays at Astra, he ends up doing a lot of work with this utility, which is kind of what you want from your Astra, right? You kind of want your Astra to be focused on utility. Sure, the gunplay should be solid. You should be able to hold your own if the time and place calls for it, but at the end of the day, if you're doing your job and everyone else is doing theirs, then well, you're in a good spot. So yeah, here's to hoping that Luther can do a little bit more than just that. And ROG Academy, I'm hoping to see something different from them this time around because it seemed that last time, they tried for the first few matches. Eventually, they just realized that they weren't up to the task. They gave up and they just started doing some weird stuff. But we've talked enough about ROG Academy for the timing. I feel like it's time to move on and talk about team exploit. So let's start that by looking at the team spotlight, sorry, and having a look at all the players. Not players that I've ever heard of, by the way, but man, these guys are apparently taking TEC by storm. So yeah, it seems like it is going to be HSP, Soulmate, Shooter, King, and a Ducky, sorry.
Yeah, it is going to be these five players. They honestly have been crazy. We saw them back in the days of their first introduction in the form of in the VCC, and they had quite a bit of a showing. They faced off against Velocity, they faced off against Global, and they gave their best. To be honest, they were considered a team that honestly could be taking them down. But yeah, this is interesting about the fact that we have seen Exploit as a team that I would believe is, you know, a team that works around more dynamics in terms of,
Hmm.
these graphs that you see, the sine graph. I don't know if y'all
Hmm.
remember it, but it just keeps going up and down, up and down. It never stops at the midpoint, right?
Yeah.
So the thing about Team Exploit is that they can go aggressive and be in your face, but at the same time, they can be so disciplined that they hold down the ground until the last 20 seconds and they just try to make things work until then. That's really, really impressive of them because I love the way Team Exploit play. Their, switch up of plays is absolutely beautiful, especially a Darky and Soulmate. I think that these two guys are the backbones of the team, and they've done a pretty great job of holding this team together. They dictate the pace of the game, being the roles that I think the entire team pivots around. HSB as well. He plays the initiator role, and he leads the team sort of in a really interesting manner that I love to see. These guys are an amazing bunch of people, and not to forget Shooter, probably one of the best Jets around in this tournament, and he probably is going to be on the MVP standings. Given his time and space, but Explorer definitely a big force.
Absolutely. Well, with that said, let's actually have a look at the player spotlight and see who we need to keep our eyes peeled out for, which one of those players is going to be. So far, it's been all the Jet players. And the saga continues. It's going to be Shooter on that Jet with an ACS of 280. Now, that is bonkers for a Jet. Because usually Jet is the first person to go into a site. You're the one who's probably going to be dying, be traded out, and sort of have to be a little bit like the sacrificial lamb for your team. But I'm starting to see people get a lot more creative with that Jet and using that jet and her ability to get into really aggressive positions very, very quickly, like supplementing it with flashes and recon darts and shock darts to make life for that jet a little bit easier and give her a good chance of winning that first duel. And yeah, Shooter definitely seems to be the kind of jet that will always capitalize on such opportunities. Universe, I believe you might have got a couple of exploit matches here and there. Is Shooter someone that they like to play around with? Is Shooter sort of like the paradox for the team? You know, the guy who you want to be sitting behind, who you want to be setting up, and let him do all the work.
Uh, no, I think that I more see Team Exploit as a team functioning kind of a team rather than letting Shooter do his thing, because Shooter is always allowed to do his thing. They support him wherever he wants to go. Whether I think especially on Bind, I think one of their strongest maps, by the way. I think that the side of Exploit have a really, really strong affinity on the defense side, where they pull out rounds out of nothing almost. Shooter moves left and right every single where he has the operator in his hands. He's a danger you cannot face even in a 2v1 situation. He's that good when he's on his best
Okay.
day. So Shooter is allowed to do his own thing, which I've noticed a lot. He's mostly lingering on the B long side where he usually rests. Because the Viper takes care of the A showers, and we've got cover up of Astra on the on the A short side. So
Okay.
Shooter actually moves around a lot, but the rest of the team are self-fragging individuals who can handle themselves, who support each other, and they don't really need to rely on Shooter to bring out stuff. But in the end, when you look at the scoreboard, this guy's always on the top of it. So you would think that it is Shooter's game, but I think everybody here has their own say about the way they play.
Yeah, well, fair enough. All that you said makes sense. But with that said, let's actually have a look at the map meter to put things into perspective, see where exploit strengths are, see where ROG strengths are, see what they've picked up. And exploit, they're gonna go for Ascent right off the back. And okay, that's interesting. ROG Academy pick up Fracture, a map that I've literally never been seen being played before. And the design is
Okay.
gonna be split, but
Okay.
yeah, I am quite surprised. There are a bunch of question marks over my head. Maybe this is sort of, the change that they needed, a new map coming in. Perhaps that's going to give them the level playing field that they were hoping to get against some of these more experienced teams. I don't know, but hey, Universe, let's say you're supposed to pick, who's going to win on Fracture based on what you know about these two teams. Who would you give the edge?
I I mean, if you throw Fracture into it, I really can't say anymore. I love it. I love that RG Academy have gone for this. It is a map that I've been waiting to watch for a while now. It's been really elusive, but I think I'm still going to give it to Exploit just because of the way that they play around as a team. Their ways of moving around their
Mhm.
teammates, covering up everybody's back is a really important factor, which I think is going to be tested in Fracture a lot, because there are avenues on Fracture that you have a straight direct see through between one opening of the map to the other. So if somebody is holding down one end on the defense, they are open from the other side until somebody covers them up. So it is going to be difficult. I was to see, what exactly is going to be the game plan of both of these teams. RG Academy have picked Fracture for a reason, and I would love to see what that reason is, what the compositions are going to be, who exactly is going to be, is it going to be a double duelist setup? Is it going to be a double initiator? Are we going to see two controllers because of how big the map is? Viper or Brimstone, or maybe Brimstone, or even we see an Astra come in, which looks very likely because of the way that this map has been made. Or are we gonna go all out and see a different, maybe a double Sentinel frag, Cypher and
Mhm.
Killjoy? I have no clue, but I am really excited for map number two.
I love it. I love it. I love how you give us all the theories in the world, and then you ended up with saying, I just don't know. It's Fracture. Anything can happen. It's just one of those maps where teams just haven't tried anything out, so you don't know what you're gonna get any single time. But yeah, I agree with you. I feel like it seems that initiators are particularly strong on this map. Having a wiper seems like a must-have for this map. I've seen a couple of games where some people swear by it, other people are like, nah, it's not really that necessary. One thing is for sure, though, I really haven't seen a single Brimstone pick up on this map, and I hope that changes. Or
Yeah, I
rather,
think yeah, I think that Brimstone has been a little bit underappreciated
hmm
since the buff of Astra. and Viper's buff as well. So
Yeah.
Brimstone, I think the only map we will probably see him is on Bind, and that's not the case over here. I think that Brimstone's utility kit is really useful. His ultimate is something that I think is probably one of the most damaging, but also I think static
Hmm.
ultimates, right? Because it's got its range, it's got its circumference, it's got its radius, but it doesn't really affect unless you find a nook and corner where you can actually trap your enemies into that
Yep.
circle of death, right? So I think that his Molotov is also useless. Sorry, useless. I
Useless.
mean
Yeah, I
useful.
agree.
No, his Molotov's pretty useful. I think
But
it is useful. Lineups with the Molotov are pretty great as well, but it travels really slow in the air. I think that's kind of the reason why it takes a while. It bounces and it takes some time, and it can also be deflected away with a body. If you've seen
Mhm.
that, right?
Yep.
So you can just have a brimstone Molotov come in the air, like you didn't line up, and it boop hit somebody's head, and it just falls aside
Bounces off to
somewhere
the
else.
side.
Yeah, falls aside. So the defuse goes in straight away. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think the fact is that Astra inexhaustible smokes. It keeps
Hmm.
recycling. Omen recycling. Viper recycling.
Yep.
It is only
Out of
Brimstone whose smokes do not recycle. I mean, if he gets recyclable smokes, I
OP.
think he will be the best agent in the game.
Absolutely. I think Brimstone smokes are completely ridiculous. But I have to disagree with you on one, but I think you got it right the first time around. I do think the molly is useless. The best thing you can do on Brimstone is buy a Stim Beacon and buy an Odin and let your enemies rage as you mow down a particular entrance at the site and they're like, wow, noob Odin user, you have low ping, haha, we get it.
Okay, okay,
And then
fair
just have
enough.
your morning,
You know,
cup
you know
of
that what the best thing would be. You have a KO and
Mhm.
a Reyna on your team. Both of them go
Get
into their
Stim.
ultimate, and both of them have Odins, and both of them have a stim beacon under their feet. That
I don't think you can even control the gun at that point.
that who needs to control a gun? Throw it away. I mean, you just
Yep.
stand over there. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there is a bit of a delay. We have
Mhm.
a player joining in. Unfortunately, there has been a little bit of technical issues. So we have a fifth player who's going to be joining in for the side of Team Exploit pretty soon. But yeah, I just, while we're waiting, while we
Mhm.
are going to be waiting for this player to join in, which I should believe is going to be in the place of HSB. Unfortunately, he cannot make it for the first map.
Mhm.
Floki, I want to ask you. You've not watched Exploit
Nope.
play as much, right? So, you know, what would you expect from them? Because they've picked Ascent, and I think you've heard a little bit about this team. I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure you would have heard, just a couple of rumors, maybe here and there, how they are. The time of VCC when they beat Velocity in the upper brackets once, and then they had their own stint against Global Esports where they lost out. But what do you know about this team? Like, what do you think that you can? What are you expecting to see out of them?
I don't know, but one thing is for certain. It's that when teams like these that you don't really know about show up and they've beaten someone like Velocity, it's not a complete display of their strength. I don't think that's them at their full potential, right? Because these guys, I don't know if they're sponsored. I don't know if these guys are salaried players. I think these guys are just sticking around because they like playing with each other and they're like, you know what, we're probably not gonna get salary, we're probably not gonna get a lot of things, but we're good at playing with each other. Let's just push this and see where it goes. I feel like as a result of that, these guys are actually a team that has a lot of potential. I expect them to be the kind of players who are very meticulous. They do their research against these teams. They time their rotations well. They wait and play around utility instead of just blindly rushing in, guns blazing in. Just hoping that you're able to create enough chaos that you can capitalize and enter a site. To me, they seem a little bit more reminiscent of how a God Particles would like to play, at least from what I know and from what I've heard. I haven't seen any matches, so I could just be completely wrong over here. But the way God Particles or X Force One Esports used to play was a similar way. They were a little bit patient. They were also aggressive when needed, and they were really able to adapt to the flow of the game. And they were the kind of team that would adjust to what the enemy team does. They would just try and make sure they were able to find all their weaknesses and exploit it thoroughly. And basically, when you face teams like this, it's not like they have a particular strat and they're gonna beat you to a pulp with it. It's more of like they know all your strats. They'll counter them and they'll make you suffocate. You won't be able to find a scenario where you can come out on top in terms of the map or in terms of the agents or whatever it is. They'll come up with some sort of strategy and you always feel like you're playing from behind. I feel like Team Exploit
Yeah.
is probably going to be one of those teams that gets themselves into a good spot. and then just has the enemy team playing catch up. It's similar to what happened to True Rippers today. They weren't able to really go up against VALOR as well. They had a couple of good rounds on Haven and the second map, but then once they fall behind, it's pretty much them always trying to play catch up. And by the time they understand what's happening or what's going on in the map, VALOR's already moved to the next trick in the book. So that's what I think Exploit's probably going to play like. But hey, all that said, canon, that none of that stuff could be true. That's how I imagine they might play. I think that one of the better things to judge a new team or a team by is, just how disciplined they are. Because if they have that sense of discipline, if they have a couple of things in mind, they could be wrong. They could be
Yeah.
completely absurdly wrong. But if they play and try and execute it properly, and then they learn from their mistakes, that's when they can get better. That's when that, okay, if a team has the patience to understand how a particular execute needs to be done, or if they have an idea in mind, I think that already separates them from a ton of teams who just sort of just how should I say? They just sort of tend to wing it. There's no real head and tail to what they're trying to do. They're just like, okay, we'll send a person here, we'll send a person here, we'll send a person here, we'll see what info we get, and we'll play around that. No, there's always contingency plans. There's always backup options, and yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, I'm pretty much out of things to say what Team Exploit can do. But yeah, in all honesty, it feels like if I were to make a one-to-one comparison, I'd say Team Exploit sort of, at least to my knowledge, it reminds me a little bit more of, like I said, Force One. And if I had to compare it to a top tier team, I'd say probably a little bit like Velocity in terms of how they play. Well, it seems that we have some unfortunate news for now. We are going to be cutting to a short break. You're going to get a message from our sponsors in the meantime. Also, the QR code is going to pop up right to the side, so make sure you scan that and get yourself a Red Bull. But we are going to take a short break and be right back with the next game. Don't go anywhere. Until then, you're watching LG Ultragear presents the Esports Club Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial, our apparel partner 656, and also our accessories partner Cosmic Byte. Scan that code, get yourself a Red Bull. I'm Floki, with me is Universe. We'll be back in just a tiny bit.
From the legends of memory and storage, Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products, precision engineered for speed and stability. Crucial Ballistics. From the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics. From the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics. From the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to LG Ultragear presents the Esports Club Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial with our apparel partner 656 and our accessories partner Cosmic Byte. Let's just jump straight into the agent selection because we have it ready. Both teams are here, and finally we can see what they're going to be picking up for themselves. The first map's going to be Ascent, ROG picking up the Sky, the Killjoy, the Jet, the Astra. I was gonna say Soma, and I knew it was wrong. I was like, no, that is not Soma. And then I almost said Omen, but yeah, no, it's Astra. On the other side, same lineup, same thing. Let's see who ends up coming out on top. No Brimstone pickup, no Omen pickup. We have seen a couple of teams pick up the Omen on this map. We've also seen a couple of Reyna picks as well. Surprised that none of them made it through, but hey, I think this composition sort of fills all the holes that you have. Very information heavy, very easier to execute as well, right? Because you have all those information with the Hawks and the Recon and the Owls and whatnot. So let's jump straight into the game and see what they're made of.
Yeah, let's go right in. It has been a little bit of a wait, and we are finally getting to get in the game, ladies and gentlemen. The delay, really sorry about the delay, but we have got everything in store now. Pokemon has made his way in the place of HSB, and as a result, we are going to have a interesting matchup in front of us. It is going to be a bit of an interesting one after so long. How exactly are these guys gonna face off against each other? We're gonna have to find out as the pistol round is going to begin right about now, and we've got ROG trying to defend TEAMXO.
Okay, that is some very aggressive play from the side of ROG towards B main. The turret spots out Sensei, and Sensei taking this fight to them, but Shooter backs off. They're gonna bring two men instead towards mid to try and find this one out. Soulmate finds one before he falls. King is also gonna find one. Sensei's Cloudburst protecting him for now, but it seems that they should be able to get control towards A. Equinox has one Nanoswarm ready. Is gonna delay them for a fair bit, but eventually will get smoked off. The rest of the side of TE though, able to move in and get control of that A side. Darky sticking the plant, but Pokemon moves on to heaven. Well, it's down to the side of ROG now to try and retake this. Not a very strong retake coming in from them. Only one player towards A main. Equinox trying to charge in towards door. Okay, ROG Sensei, he's actually managed to find himself 3 kills. Equinox trades himself out. Somehow Sensei is still tapping away at everyone's head. Sensei, can he find the kill? No, he cannot. In a 1v1 now, Shooter against Loser. Who's going to come out on top? Shooter. Baiting him, jiggling left and right. Oh. Gonna try and stick it, but Luzra, he knows. Oh my god, he's still gonna be able to get the pick. Does he have enough time? I think he does have enough time left.
Yeah, it's getting close, but he will definitely have a couple of seconds left. Ooh, less than a second. 0.69. How about that to start off the match? The defuse time left as ROG Academy are going to be putting up number 1 on the board after a really chaotic run, to be honest. Exploit, they got pressured on B main. They made immediate changes. They went towards A, but frags went left and right, and until the end, it was, I feel like if Shooter probably had a little bit more HP, maybe 20, 30 more HP, I think he would have probably, lasted a bit more time and that defuse wouldn't have happened. But it was about taking that fight head on, and Luzra won it out for his team. Here we are in the second round with sheriffs across the board for the side of Exploit. What are they going to pull out of this?
Not too sure, but I'm curious to find out. 5 players perched up towards B main. Killjoy and Astra can hold this area down, so it's not going to be easy to just go in. I mean, Shooter gets in, but he's all by himself, and unless he's capable of performing miracles, he's not going to be able to do much. But King is there to get the trade. Luthra is all alone towards Boathouse. This could be devastating for him. Multiple people picking him at once, and they're able to pick him up. The spike should be going down soon enough. I mean, with the spike secured, this is already a very successful eco coming in from the side of TE. All the other members from ROG trying to make their way from market and defender spawn though. Can they do this, Universe? Utility coming in from Bullseye, and he's gonna find one pick to start things off and be instantly traded up by Darky.
Oh, he spots the other one. Wonder knows exactly where he is, and they're spamming bullets coming from one side and from the other. And Wonder and Sensei clean up over here. King, I think if he had not shot that recon up above him or tried to just hide himself a little bit more, concealed himself, I think he would have probably been alive to take it on for a little bit further.
gentlemen, welcome back to TEC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial, along with our apparel partner 656 and our accessories partner Cosmic Byte. I'm Floki. Joining me for this one's going to be Universe. Unfortunately, one of the players on the side of TE has disconnected and has not able to reconnect for a long time. They used up their 5 minutes of technical pause. It's been taken away. Then ROG, they showed the sportsmanship spirit and they gave their 5 minutes of technical pause over to the side of TE, and we're currently waiting on one of the players to reconnect. That is Soulmate, as you can see on your screens right now. As soon as he's back, we'll be jumping into the game. If he doesn't come back within the next 1 minute, we will be unpausing because I think both of the teams' technical pause times is going to be over. And there you go, the game about to be started, folks. We're going to jump in. It's going to be 4v5. It sucks, but sometimes, that's just what you have to do. We'll see how Team Exploit decide to change their approach. Okay. All right. So it seems that they need 10 seconds for their own jet player who is actually somewhere, who's gone somewhere. I think Sensei went to get a quick snack or decided to hit the loo, but I think he's back now and they should be unpausing real quick. Team Exploit saying that he is here. Do not unpause. He's joining. Well, let's see what happens. I believe if they're saying he's here, he should be wing. Anytime soon, we should be seeing some movement. Hopefully, Killjoy comes to life and we're able to see a good 5v5 match. But so far, ROG Academy, they've definitely changed things up, haven't they? I mean, they're looking rather strong. 4 rounds already, and that too with a player who's, by the way, seems to be playing on 100 ping.
Yeah, I think that ROG have had a good start to this game, and with the issues that have been piling up now, unfortunately, which we really apologize for, ladies and gentlemen, technical issues are a problem everywhere, not just here. So it's become a little bit of a menace in our gaming world. But hey, we are only humans after all. But yeah, ROG have been pretty good sportsmen. They've taken their own time out for the sake of True Rippers. We are back with 5v5 Valorant action in front of our screens. Soulmate had disconnected for quite a bit of time. We are gonna go right back into the game. We've been waiting for a while now, and I know that you guys have been too. But here it is, ROG versus True Team Exploit, straight up in front of your screens. No delay now.
Yep.
And the A side looking off an immediate attraction. Ultimates being deployed from the side of the attackers, and they know Sensei's here. He almost found the shot, but it's gonna be Shooter to actually find 2. Sensei still stuck in this corner, and he's looking to take a fight straight on, but he's not gonna find anything. The Killjoy ultimate also deployed, as Team Exploit, as soon as they're back on their feet, have taken over this A side and looking like to win the second round.
Yeah, unfortunately for the side of ROG Academy, they weren't able to do all that much. They decided to fight against the Killjoy ulti, which is an okay decision, but it just seemed like they bit off more than they could chew. There were a lot of players from the side of TE there to sort of catch them off guard. Loser are all by his lonesome. I'd be very happy to see him save the Phantom in this spot, even though he has money, but looks like he's going to be taken out here. Well, ROG, they're going to end up losing their second round. Still have enough money for a buy, I think so. Maybe Bullseye can pick up a Spectre or something of that sort, but yeah. Team Exploit definitely putting up a bit more of a fight this time around. Trying to make sure that, they don't just get taken out due to bad internet or due to connectivity issues or whatnot. But yeah, let's see what ends up happening in this match so far. It seems that TE are crawling their way back, and this time around, they're looking to come in towards the B side instead. Equinox with a very aggressive turret placing, by the way. The Hawk gonna flash out. Equinox gonna give away the fact that he is over here. Loser is able to get one. Can he back off? No, he's actually still taking the fight. He's still alive for the time being. Hasn't even lost all that much HP, and he will smoke and back off for the time being. Sensei has been spotted by the recon dart, so by the owl drone dart, so he can't really get out there. And Soulmate will be able to find Loser. That's the side being opened up here. Spike gonna be going down soon, but the side of ROG not really in a good spot to take a retake right away. 2 players coming in from market. Not the biggest fan of this retake, actually. Well, maybe the Seekers can do some work over here.
Maybe. They are looking to deploy it. They're holding it out, and now for it. They run out. Wonder's gonna find Darky peeking out in the open, and that's gonna be a problem. Sensei gets another, and it's up to King. He needs to perform, and he's performing. He's getting one. He's found two. He's looking for a third. He's playing around with Sensei right now, and he's moving across these boxes. And what a play!
Oh my god!
King with the clutch in a 1v3. Absolutely crazy. What a beautiful patience play from him. Held his ground until the last second. Did not care about the recon. He knew that he is fighting against an operator player, so he's gonna have the upper hand as soon as that first shot comes in. So he waited, and what a amazing clutch by King right there.
Yeah. 2 bullets in his mag, by the way. That's all he had there to fight Sensei, and he made it work somehow. The first bullet landed itself. No need for the second one either. Great stuff here by the side of Team Exploit. I don't know how ROG managed to put that retake together, so kudos to them too for a job well done. And at the end of the day, the round belongs to Exploit. You can see how they will exploit this advantage, no pun intended. Absolutely not. But yeah, in the meantime, it seems that Team Exploit, they know this round is pretty much free, so they're just gonna storm the side of ROG, take him out, and claim the B side for themselves. Once again, a tough retake coming in here for the side of ROG.
Yeah, it is an eco after all as well, so it's gonna be a shooting gallery for the attackers. And they now even know where Bullseye is. He can blind as many players as he wants, but he actually finds two. He's looking for more, and he could get it, but he misses his next couple of shots, and now he's got players raining down on his position. Soulmate is gonna finish him off. What could have been a flawless round has been deterred to a 3-man alive round, but it still doesn't matter. The economy on the side of TE is absolutely gorgeous to look at. We've got players with every bit of money that they would need for another 2 rounds at the very least. And reinvestment into the operator, and an investment into the operator could also be made if required, which is being done on the ROG side of things. Sensei, he has the operator in his hands, but he's playing a glass cannon operator, so he needs to be careful. 3 bullets could take him out. That's something that I'm pretty sure he doesn't want. Bullseye, aggressive positioning, probably going to be a problem. They would check this, I'm pretty sure, with that hound. There it is. Bullseye's been caught off guard, and he cannot even escape. He's no jet. He's no raise. Has no utility of movement. But he's not scared. Floki, he's going straight in for this.
Yeah, I mean, he has a Soa covering him along with that Odin and that recon dart as well. The Wolf gonna buy them some time too, and the smoke comes in from the side of ROG. Great delay tactics over here, but in the meantime, Team Exploit, they've opened up the market here, so it's gonna be a 2-pronged attack. And there you go, the attacker Killjoy coming in once again, but Wonder actually found Soulmate somehow. They're eventually gonna have to give up this area. Shooter's gonna find one, but Luthra is gonna get a trade once again. Bullseye front is right, trying to get more, but oh my god! The Killjoy ult, it never mattered. Team Exploit, they just went in and got punished.
I did not understand the approach to that, because when you have a Killjoy ultimate, I agree that, you know, you would see the Sova on the other side and maybe want to push into his position. But the Sova wasn't putting in his ult, right? So I think T should have just waited until they saw Wonder pull out his Hunter's Fury and go for taking out that lockdown, but he didn't. And they kept on fighting even when they knew that players could get detained. So I felt like it was unnecessary. They could have just waited until the last 2 seconds, or maybe last second itself, to finally get something. But here we go. A Hunter's Fury does come out at the end of this round, and the opposite end as well. Wonder's gonna get one. Is the opposite trade gonna come in? No, it's not. Shooter's gonna get it, actually. Luthra trades back yet again. Soulmate for another. Trades going back and forth, but TE come out on top of things. Darky, less than 20 HP, is gonna find the lead for his team in terms of men, and is also gonna get the plant down as Exploit prepare for another post plant.
Absolutely, Equinox. Look at his positioning. He's the one who's going to have to come and sneak into the site. Sensei is going to pick up the Phantom. There is the defender lockdown, but it doesn't cover the entire site. Doesn't matter, the Sensei is still going to find a pick through the wall. Wallbang's going to go for him. King has been spotted by the sentry, but it doesn't matter. Still alive for the time being, buying all the time in the world. And Sensei has a fair idea as to where the last player could be, but he looks in the wrong direction. Doesn't matter. 180 turnaround, and he takes out Darky. Holy moly, Sensei is good.
Yeah, unfortunately, Darky was down to 7 HP, so there was nothing much he could do about it. The max that he could have probably tried is maybe push in head on as soon as he heard those jet movement sound cues, but He knew he had to stick and hold on for as long as possible to maybe play out the time. And unfortunately, he even had no Astro Stars to work with, so no smokes even that he could have, positioned himself into. So yeah, he did his best, but it is ROG Academy finally to respond back. They've at least sealed the half to a level scoreline, if not anything else, with a 6th round coming up on their screen. And now it's up to the side of Team Exploit. Sorry, keep saying
True
true.
exploit. True
Yeah.
exploit, absolutely. Just a fusion of those two teams. Yeah, no, but jokes aside, Universe, I mean, yeah, Team Exploit, they really need to step up over here.
They most certainly do. I think that their technical issues have hinted them a little bit of a mental problem, but here they're taking over it. Pokemon and King find these people hiding in their corners and take them out one after the other, bring it down from a 5v2 to a 2v2. Now they know where Equinox is at least.
Got your trail.
And here come out the Seekers to try and stop them from pushing further, but Equinox, he doesn't care. He goes straight for it. Pokemon is trying to fake this one out and maybe work for his own positional advantage. And he's looking for a head. He's gonna find one, but the other ones come in too quickly for him to switch up his aim. And the crosshair just does not connect on the right time. 7-4, and ROG have a really good first half in their way coming up right now, Floki.
Absolutely, last round on the board, and I don't think money is looking good on the side of Team Exploit. They have enough to string together a buy with a couple of weapons, but utility is going to be lacking if they do go for those rifles, and you can see Darky picking up that Spectre instead, just trying to make work with what he has. Wonder if he has enough stars for this particular engagement. On the side of ROG though, they've got all the weapons in the world to work with. Vandals, Odins, no operators, but that's okay.
You are divided.
Well, all their ults are going to be pumped into this round, of which they only have one, by the way. It's just a Cosmic Divide. Nice stun towards Ludra. He is not okay for the time being, but he will be able to recover. The flash comes in and Shooter, it's on the back of it, manages to find two. What the hell is happening? Bullseye will finally push him off of that position, but it costed him heavily. He had to use two flash to try and do that. The shockdowns come in, but they don't really find anyone. Seekers have been committed. Bullseye looking to straight on a second, but cannot control the recoil in time. Just too long. And now Wonder with the Odin is looking to make some plays. Sensei! Oh! He tried peeking out, but got shot from 30 different angles. Darky to finish that up. Somehow the side of Team Exploit pull that round back.
Oh boy. Now, if you would consider this a half where, Team Exploit have found success, I would say yes. Given the amount of trouble that they've gone through, HSB not being available, Pokemon had to come in, Soulmate having his disconnection issues, and, the amount of time that they were, they almost were at the cusp of playing 4 versus 5. I think this is a respectable, recovery. 7-5. It's not that bad at all. And I think that on the defense, they could probably make a difference if they win out this pistol round, Floki, which I should believe, considering how they play Exploit, I think this pistol round should be something that they should have in the bag.
Yeah, absolutely. This pistol should be going the side of ROG, but you never know. I mean, the side of TE have done a great job of stalling this push out. 3 people towards B. Only 2 people towards B, but the Astro Smokes in the turret along with the Shock Darts are more than enough to hold them back. In the meantime, Ludra is lurking towards A, but it's a little bit slow, so I don't know if he's going to be able to do much work. Pokemon holding tiles does manage to see the jet, so that's information being relayed over. They knew there were people towards B main. They knew that there is a Sky/Sova somewhere towards the mid-tiles area, so they have the information that most of the side of ROG are around B. And ROG are going to actually make their way towards A. Oh no, Team Exploit, the rotation, it's a bit premature here. The jet is still there and Pokemon is lurking in. He thinks he's done a great job, but the A site's completely open. Oh no, Sensei, he's just going to end up playing everyone over here. Throws down the Cloudburst, making his presence known, getting shot in the face. And Team Exploit still don't know what's happening. Now it seems that the sensors are finally kicking in. They realize that the people are all towards A, and even though Sensei died, there's so much time being shaved off of that clock. Sure, the retake is going to come in, but they're all in a bad position. All of them coming in from the B heavens, from the A heavens area. This is not going to be easy. Bullseye though, got caught with the utility. How is going to be taken out?
Last
King will
player
be able to
standing.
find two. Luthra finds two in return, but it's going to leave Soulmate in a hard situation. Well, it's going to be Equinox in a hard situation, sorry. It's not Soulmate. Soulmate is on Team Exploit, and somehow Team Exploit make that work for them. I did not expect that after I saw what Sensei do.
Yeah, it was a interesting round, and Exploit, they come on top of it. I had a feeling that they were coming through in that pistol round, and they did. It was a little chaotic. Went back and forth for quite a couple of trades over there until it was just one person left in the end, Equinox. And even he couldn't hold down for too long, even with his nano swarms available. Exploit have a lead in terms of weaponry. They're going to be using it to the best of their abilities to try and make the 7-7, maybe further on as well as the bonus comes in. But not to forget, ROG are pretty good by their individual skills on these pistols as well, so can't count them out just yet. Let's see what they've got in store for us. Equinox holding down towards B while the rest of his team is concentrating on A. They've got players, 3 of them on short, Bike still on high mid, while Wonder, along with his teammate, are moving in towards short, and they're gonna actually find it empty. Only Darky's holding down this angle, and with a ghost of all stuff, and perfect timing for him to pull that in, but the positioning actually catches him. Oh god, he still finds 2 hits though, and Sensei, he's so good on his own that he finds 2 hits with that Marshall. King is gonna take his teammate alive out. As you can see, Shooter is a little afraid of facing him. He dashed away even before he could probably see his face, but takes him out in the end. But I think they've done enough damage. Sensei taking out 2 players is what they probably wanted.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the scores are level now. You'll see if Team Exploit can continue on this comeback train and make their way back into the game and get the lead for the first time. But it seems that so far, the side of ROG have been walking in circles around them. They don't have the best fight going into this round, Team Exploit, which means they're probably going to give it up and try and play for the next one instead. Well, if they win this round, even better, but I don't think they're expecting that. But that shock dart! Oh my god, Equinox loses his entire shields. Thank god there's this guy on the team who'll be able to heal her back up, but even then, all your shields gone right at the start, and Luthra also getting legged there through the wall.
Scout destroyed.
Bullseye gathering up some information, has not cleared Wise, but they're not contesting towards A, so he doesn't really need to worry about it as much. The B side looking of a heavy attraction right now as Shooter.
Right here.
He's pushed up quite a bit. And ROG actually decide otherwise yet again. They're moving towards short, where there's a whole bunch of Astra and Killjoy utility waiting for them, along with a Darky who, well, at his best can spray down pretty much every single person. And here they go. He sees one dashing in. He's gonna get detected himself. Oh no, it was just a split-second decision there. He's lost his life, but Soulmate comes out for finding one. And there's nothing Pokemon can do with Justice Sheriff. And King on the rotation is just gonna get caught off guard by Sensei. And it's gonna be round number 8 for ROG. They pull out their buy round, but here's where the real game begins, ladies and gentlemen. 8-7, the scoreline, as close as it can get between these two teams. And this is where the full buy comes in for both of them. And who's going to win this one out is probably going to set the pace of the next 3 rounds of the game.
Yep. I mean, ROG, this was a very important round for them to win. They have made sure, basically, that Team Exploit don't walk away with the economy, and this is going to be the true test, right? Even if the side of ROG loses, it's not half bad. They can maybe string together by if they really want to. Bullseye is going to be poor as heck, but it's manageable. But once again, these shock darts, man, from Team Exploit always just do so much work, and Darky has actually found Bullseye right off the start, so goodbye, Bullseye.
Enemy.
Shooter, he gets one immediately. His Soulmate adds onto that. Shooter with another, and Team Exploit have completely dismantled the side of ROG. A flawless round in the works right now, but Luthra is not going to let them have it. 1 kill, but it doesn't matter. They don't care. Shooter finds a third, and somehow, within a couple of seconds, that aggressive play from the side of TE has thrown them into 8-8 scorelines, and they're going to be really happy with that one. Floki, that was actually really impressive. The way
Yep.
that one after the other, they just went on moving ahead, getting every bit of kill that they wanted, information and map control, all of it perfectly executed.
Absolutely. Team exploit. I mean, it just seems like they're playing this game on a round-to-round basis. Oh no, has one of their players disconnected?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Oh
no,
no,
I
this
don't
is
see
not happening
Pokemon
again.
going. Oh no, it's
Not
gonna be a
again.
4v5 for exploit. I honestly don't know this though. This is not the best of buys for them, so we'll see if they can pull this round together. There's a sheriff on bullseye. Everyone else has rifles, but most of them working with light shields only. Bit of an unfortunate situation for them. King takes a sentry out, so that's something. That's at least one thing that the Odin can do. But Shooter, in the meantime, is also tasked with trying to hold mid. I have to say, I like the setup coming in from the side of Team Exploit. They know they're in a 4v5, right? So they send the Killjoy and the Astra over to A, and the Astra can pretty much smoke globally, so you don't really need her to be towards B. And you can see the SOA is just holding on for the time being, waiting for any sort of sound cue. Does imagine that they might end up going for an orb here and there. I'm not sure if he should be continued. He should continue to hold that recon dart down. Will finally drop it.
Oh, it detects
Oh
all of
wow!
them, and now they know what's up, and the rotations come in. You can see
30 seconds left.
it's gonna be Shooter making his way here, and the spray from the Odin's coming in as well. And ROG, they've got weapons to work with. They have forced into this round, so they're gonna be well equipped to fight this, but their life isn't gonna be looking that great. It's all about this one first kill, but it's gonna be King and Shooter to find it. King and Shooter are both completely dominant on this B hole. They take down everybody possible, and it's gonna be Lujua who figures out now that they are playing a 4v5 after taking out Pokemon, but he's alive. He's gonna save this weapon with 11 HP on his head. He's gonna be getting away with it. And now they know that Pokemon's not there, so this is gonna change things, Floki. Because last round, they had no clue whether Pokemon was alive on the server or not. Now that they know it, they can actually rush in wherever they want, go to maybe be, find maybe just a two-man defense and then face off. It's basically 5v2 if they take out those two, right? So
Yep.
they can gamble their stacks now.
But look at the brain works on Team Exploit. They know that, they
Get out
spotted
of my
Pokemon
way.
there towards the end and he got taken out. So they've actually sent the Astra over towards B. They're trying to make their way towards A-Shot instead. But the best move they could make right now is just leak out towards mid. They have no way of holding down mid and they could pretty much squeeze the side of ROG if they play it correctly. I mean, sorry, the side of Exploit. They basically need a couple of players to walk up A main and try and make some plays over here. Pokemon's gonna be spotted and get taken out. There's actually information here for the side of Team Exploit, and they will make their way over here now to try and make sure they're not able to leak in. But oh, Sensei sees King's head, takes it off, claims it for himself.
Sensei, he can single-handedly take out this round. Sensei
One enemy
jumps,
remaining.
gets the right click, dashes away, and it's Darky left in a 1v5 where he takes down two, but he's got three more, and they're not gonna give up their life. 9-9. T, hold down over here. But it's still not enough over Floki. It's not enough. Pokemon is basically a lifeless turret at this point. The only thing that he can do is spot out the fact that somebody's crawling in towards mid.
He's not even a turret at this point. He's just a lifeless.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. He's a lifeless turret, and to be honest, he's a free ultimate orb for anybody.
Yeah, pretty much.
If anybody wants an ultimate, they don't even need to go towards the main position. They go towards mid, they pressure a little bit. They're gonna find Pokemon from pretty much any angle, and that's an ultimate orb that they can get on back of a kill as well. So it's what they all want. It's what RG have pretty much blessed in their favor at this point.
Okay,
And
that's
now they're running in towards A.
That's an interesting move coming in from Team Exploit. They're actually making sure that they have multiple avenues to retake because they know it's 4v5. So it's also only to actually break that door and make life a little bit easier for his team. They're playing it quite slow. I like this because, they know they have the man advantage. So they basically don't really have to make any moves until the very end. It's down to them to try and make something happen. And I think now with the information that the SOA got towards B, King will relay over to his team that, guys, there's no one outside B. I didn't see anyone. There could be someone tiles a mid, but there's no one there either. If you look at the smokes have come through mid, but the Astra still hasn't seen any action just yet. Still waiting for moves to be made, and those smokes will time out eventually. The owl gets spotted out, and they should know that something's happening. Instant gravity well over there to try and prevent this push from coming in. Shooter is gonna dash away and stay alive. Nice cosmic divide as well, but Sensei makes the best out of a worse situation and gets that pick. The defender killjoy ult being used, they need to take it out, but a counter killjoy ult being placed as well. Ah boy, I mean this is
Sensei's
fine.
gone
Wait,
oh,
what?
4!
What?
No way! No way that just happened! There's no goddamn way that just happened. Oh my god, 4 players got detained, but they're back on their feet, and Darky looks in the wrong direction. ROG somehow stabilized themselves. Oh, that could have been so much better for the side of TE. So unfortunate, Floki. 4 players detained. How often do you see that happen?
Yeah, I mean, that was a big brain play coming out from the side of ROG, I have to say. You know, credit where it's due. Equinox just outbrained them so hard. He was like, I'm gonna drop my Killjoy ultimate. It's gonna cover all my allies' position. You're gonna try to push in, you know. But they're like, okay, you know what? We're gonna try to push in. You know, they're probably detained. We can make something happen. No, they just walked right into their trap. Even if they didn't walk in, even if they stayed outside, it would have bought enough time for them to come out of detain and hopefully take a fair fight. So great stuff here from the side of ROG overall, just making sure that they make the best situation out of the worst situation. Shooter now trying to take the fight to them instead, but it's not going to work. 3 people have shown their hand towards B. The push should be coming in towards A. Bullseye just looking for that initial pick. The Wolf is going to spot out Soulmate, and Soulmate is done far.
One down.
Turns it out, tries to run, can't do much. Shooter elsewhere did manage to find Sensei though, so that's an opening if the side of TEAMXO want to do something on the back of it, but it doesn't seem like ROG are rotating
I've
just
got
yet.
your
They're
trail.
still stuck here towards the B side. In fact, Shooter does get spotted out by the Seekers for the time being, but still gets the kill on the Sky. Equinox elsewhere is going to take out King, and that's going to open up the B side completely. No one to stop them. Shooter still going on though. Manages to find Ludra, puts his team in a 2v2 because you have to remember the Sky is not up. Darky holding his friend's body. Oh no, he spotted him out but couldn't complete the job.
Oh,
Kill for Shooter,
Shooter.
looking for the ace. Needs to break the turret first though.
He's taking a lot of damage. He's down to 29,
Oh my
23. This is not good, and Equinox has his information. Pretty sure he knows that his turret's given some amount of damage. All he needs is 1 bullet. Position as well, given away now. He's looking the wrong direction. He almost gave up his life, being vulnerable and going right over it. But he found Equinox, and that's going to be the end of it. Oh no.
Yeah.
Pokemon, unfortunately, not available, is going to go down.
My genius doesn't
And there's
stop in the
nobody who
lab.
can even say what really is, you know, the problem here, because there isn't anything that they can control. Pokemon disconnecting is just an unfortunate issue.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a terrible day for TEAMXO, honestly.
Yeah,
They're
they've done
just-
so well so far, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Placing sentry.
yeah, this day is not going to be too good for them. Well, you know what they say, we all have our good days and our bad days. This just happens to be the bad one for the side of TEAMXO. Shooter though, looking to make something happen with the operator. Spots out the Killjoy, the drone literally going in Shooter's face, teabagging him a single time.
You gotta be kidding me. They were just playing around with him, but look at that damage of life. Oh, almost! Oh my god, that was really close. Bullseye down to 34 HP.
Heart
Even-
attack.
Yeah,
literal
heart
heart
attack
attack.
indeed. Yeah, the shooter must have just. I can imagine him screaming.
Yeah.
Bullseye can heal up his teammates, but unfortunately, he's got no heal for himself. As a Sky, that must be the most frustrating thing. Oh my god, Darky! Flicks onto his head. Perfect aim crosshair placement. But Bullseye responds. Shooter goes down, and that's going to be 1 danger man taken out of the equation. It's up to Soulmate now. He needs to find some success.
Oh.
And there is success.
What?
There's a second.
Spike down
Beautiful
A.
placement of those Killjoy utility. And look at this. What a round from TEAMXO.
I'm speechless. They walked into the nanoswarm and they died, universe.
Yeah.
Wonder he didn't even get the memo. He's like, I'm just gonna shift walk my way. Nope, he's dead.
I mean, unfortunately for Bullseye, he was really low, so even
Yep.
one small movement could have killed him, and it did. But I don't know how Wonder went away because he got healed.
Yeah, that was definitely a little bit weird. Shooter this time around completely blinded.
Oh,
Is gonna
no,
get
no,
eaten
no.
up by Bullseye. And Bullseye continuing to move in, but King with the Odin looking to do some work. Good for 2, but that's all he gets.
You want
And
to
now it's
fight it?
down to Darky as well as his teammate. Soulmate there. Let's see if they can make something happen. The Wolf going
my
in.
God.
Oh, no, they free kill. Darky tries to flick onto the second Z, but can't really connect. Soulmate in a 1v2, a duel
Spike planted.
situation, but Ludra is holding. He's making sure they can't get to the cross. Does Soulmate know this? If he drops down, is he gonna make sound?
No, I don't
Ludra
think
gonna
so.
know? Oh no, Ludra doesn't know where Soulmate is. This could be big. If Ludra gets picked up, oh no, he plays the turret. They know now. They know.
Last player
They know where he
standing.
is.
Oh boy.
So close.
Another ultimate orb going the way of Ludra for his cosmic divide to come up.
And then
Okay.
feely.
That
No one saw that. Nothing happened. What happened? I just
no,
saw a head.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. Ludra.
Match point.
Nobody saw it. It's okay. You know, the stream just got cut off for that one particular second.
Yeah, for those for those 50 frames, the stream is just lagging.
What, Ludra? Where? He went to the spawn? Wow, I didn't even see him.
Yeah. Who was it that they killed last again?
I don't know. I have no idea. Absolutely no clue. Definitely not somebody whose name rhymes with Pokemon.
His name is literally Pokemon Universe. Pokemon does not rhyme with Pokemon.
I
Digimon
said
rhymes with Pokemon.
Digimon. Oh yeah, Digimon. I would want to see some player with that name. I used to love Digimon.
Yeah, me too. Fun fact, Pokemon actually ripped off of Digimon. Digimon came first.
Oh, well, that's new information. Looks like Pokemon needs to change his name now. But unfortunately, he cannot change his position. He's going to be stuck right there while the remaining 4 of his teammates are going to fight off this ROG Academy, looking to establish their first win in the Tec Gauntlet Season 3. And here they go, trying to stop it off. King's ultimate comes into play, and he's probably going to get the kill. Shooter finds one as well, and they've got the man advantage. That's all they needed. Oh, if Pokemon was right now on the server, he would have healed him up, but Soulmate's going to add on to the misery of ROG to try and make sure that they don't really have to struggle too much. Ludra's going to put one in the head of Darky, one in the body of Shooter. That's going to confirm to them that a 2v2 has been established, guys. We can go in, but King comes in clutch. He finds one, and now with a 1v2, Wonder has got his ultimate to work with, has got 2 shock darts as well. And his recon's going to be coming in about 15 seconds, so... But what he doesn't know is that there's going to be a double peak coming in front of him. 12 to 11. Even in a 4v5, they're fighting so strong. I love it.
Absolutely. I mean, Team Exploit.
Need a
Never
drop.
surrender, never back down. These
Midasi,
guys
Thanks.
just don't
I should play some
say
Astral
die.
Stars in this.
And right now, they're just one match away from overtime, although I'm not too sure who that's going to favor.
Yeah. If there's a time for somebody to be revived, this is it,
Time for a
Pokemon.
field test.
Come
You
back,
can
Pokemon!
come back. This is your chance. I choose you.
Get out
T
of my way.
chooses you. Please come back. The round's begun. It's the last of this map or of this half. We're gonna have to find out what it is gonna be.
You should
ROG
run.
don't really have a healthy buy per se.
I've
2
got your
players
trail.
on the semi-weapons and 3 on half armor. Here goes the Hunter streaming to try and deny that Killjoy ultimate, which is going to be. Because we've got Soulmate under heaven. He spots out 1, he spots out 2. Gonna get blinded. They know where he is, but he takes down 1, gets a second. Soulmate! No way you're doing this. He finds 3, and he's done more than enough. Oh my god! No way! Exploit take us to overtime.
Right
What
there.
the hell is happening?
Switching
4v5,
sides.
this is insane.
Overtime.
No way. ROG, no. This is ROG. How can you lose that? It's 4v5. Unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. That is... I mean, I honestly have no words anymore. I mean... how do you lose a 4v5 situation when you know you've got every single piece of advantage, especially when you're in the attack?
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing, right? On attack, Exploit actually need this guy. They need this guy
Yeah.
to make those flashes and make those plays. On defense, maybe they can, pull it back, but I don't see how they take this one out of defense. We could potentially have a bunch of overtimes where Exploit is constantly winning defense and ROG is constantly winning off, and ROG is constant. Wait, what? ROG is constantly winning defense, and Exploit is constantly winning defense, and we never ending cycle.
Oh boy.
Well, Shooter is gonna find that first pick to start things off here. Now look
Okay,
at
here we go.
Oh my god,
my
they
God,
find
no.
Luther as well.
They're doing
the
this.
4v3. They're absolutely doing this. They bring the numbers, they rush in. No fear whatsoever. Well, one of the players has been revealed. Trade comes through at last. Bullseye did find one, but he got taken out in return. Now it's a 2v3.
They don't need to peek. They just need to hold on to the sides. Just don't peek. You know there's an operator on the other side, and it's gonna probably tear you to shreds with just one bullet. And you just need to hold. Sensei's so careful.
They're so disciplined as well. Look at this. The recon that's gonna come through. Doesn't reveal anyone, but it sets up for Sensei perfectly. Now he knows where the other player is.
Oh my god!
my
Look
God.
at that!
Simultaneous kills.
The timing on that, both of them swang at the right time. And they just took off the heads of their opponents. What beautiful! It almost looked like an orchestra right there. You know? When you have this perfect endings of, musicals that come in. And they just settle into your ear like, oh my god, that, that's like a satisfying end. That indeed was. And now on the defense, they're one round away. I did not expect them to win this after they went down 4 versus 5. Floki, this could be one of the biggest upsets that we've seen so far.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point. ROG, they're gonna try to make this work. Sensei finds the first kill. Looking promising here so far for the side of ROG. In a 5v3, but look at King and Soulmate. They found themselves 2 picks. Is King gonna find another? No, Sensei will clean him out, but Shooter looking in towards mid. Doesn't see anyone there just yet. 3 members from ROG still standing, and ROG only have TE only have 2. See if TE can make something happen. Shooter is gonna have to do all of the heavy lifting though. No
Needs one kill.
He sees them. Oh, he tries to go for the wall bank, doesn't land it though. Sees one inside as well, but doesn't get that one either. And Bullseye taking out. Oh, Shooter trying to protect himself from the other area, but Sensei has managed to find that kill. It's all down to Shooter to pull this off.
No.
He missed all of those knives, but doesn't matter. They kill off Shooter. They're gonna be able to get this round as well. We're going to a second overtime here, Universe.
Another overtime. It kind of looked like TE were gonna run away with this. If they had won that round, if they had probably got 1 extra kill, I think this round could have been turned around on its face.
Absolutely.
My god, crazy stuff from TE as well as ROG. They held on somehow towards the end. Did not give, but they knew how dangerous Shooter is, and they did not peek him from the back of sight.
Yep.
Now another overtime.
Yeah, this is I don't know what to say. I mean, this is definitely the side of T making it competitive, even though they have pretty much played a majority of this game.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, Wonder almost managed to take out Soulmate as well. What in the hell am I watching here?
Swarm grenade out.
Soulmate tosses a potato over towards the A-shot side, clears that area out with it. I think they managed to spot another one out as well. Look at the shock darts line up for those. He's trying to find them, but can't seem to get them. Oh, he heard the op sound. Could have gotten them, but Equinox will find King to start things off, but Equinox will be traded out. Soulmate is there. Wonder still standing strong. Oh, they might line up for him. No, they don't. Soulmate actually cleans them up.
Oh, if only.
Yeah, 2v3 now.
Yeah, if only Pokemon was alive right now, he would have given them the heal that they needed. But they're gonna have to fight for their lives now. With the ultimate coming in, they've got some time to work with and some positioning as well. Sensei is gonna have to trapped in that corner. They're not pushing the issue right here. Darky is looking too, but His sound cues give him away. Sensei's gonna get detained. But what they don't know is what they don't see in front of him. And that's exactly what they're gonna spam on.
What's the
Making
point of that?
making noises in the smoke has never been a good option.
Yeah. I mean, use credit where it's due. The Wonder
Switching
really pulled that
sides.
round together for his team
Match
with
point.
that first pick. I think if it weren't for Wonder's pick, this map would be a lot harder. That round would be a lot harder for them. Now King is looking to return the favor with his own Odin. Hasn't really found all that much success with it, but they're still gearing up outside B. This could potentially be devastating here. We'll see though. We'll see if he's actually able to make good work with that Odin. He's actually moving back towards A instead. They've left a Killjoy alone to try and hold on to the B side. Let's see if the Killjoy can do much.
Information gathered. Bullseye is gonna tell his teammates that B is looking partly clear except for the Killjoy being here, which is an avenue that they look like they want to explore. The smoke comes in immediately as Soulmate's turret goes down, and King's holding the big bad spray down weapon. Is it gonna work is the question though. Here comes out. Oh boy, he's gonna get tagged. He might get sprayed down as well, but he takes refuge in that small little corner. There's a lot of gunfire happening here, and almost goes down, but Sensei finds him in return. King needs to be aware of the fact that somebody could swing in from right, but unfortunately he takes his eyes away. Darky gets one, Darky gets two, and they're making this work again.
Spike
No
down
way this is
B.
happening. 2v2 right now. And they know where Soulmate is, but they don't know where Shooter is coming from. They gotta be careful here. Oh my god, no. No, Floki, tell me it's not happening again.
It is. I'm not going to tell you that
30
because it
seconds
is
left.
happening. Lutra is in a 1v2, which if he loses, they can be going to a second overtime,
my
and we are
God.
going to a second overtime. Team Exploit. 4v5
Switching
somehow
sides.
making this work.
Overtime.
Who needs a fifth player? Certainly not them. ROG,
God.
I mean, they have to be a little bit confused with what's going on. This is not what should be happening. This is probably unacceptable for them.
Oh,
But Team Exploit, man, somehow winning 4v5, I mean, that is absolutely bonkers. I don't think I've ever seen a single team go to multiple overtimes despite being one man down like they have. Might see it in your ranked pubs, but definitely not very often in competitive, and there's a reason for that. Team Exploit,
Right.
they are going to be revealed, and well, that's their approach is going to be 3 players in towards.
wait, what?
Ludra
How did nobody
is
take
hiding one.
Ludra?
Oh, I think Luther was hiding in Generator perfectly. He didn't peek. He peeked later on. Bullseye. Nice on. Blinds them, but 3 people peeking him.
Oh
at
my
once.
god.
Well, that's an image that's going to have it lasting
Spike
impression
down
in his
A.
mind. Sensei. Good for one. Still alive for the time being. Let's see if he can do more though. The rest of Team Exploit making their way back towards B instead. Alarm bot waiting for them. But Shooter still trying to push in towards mid. Oh no, Wonder. He messes up the recon dart. That's big. Shooter can probably get away. From
They're
this
gonna
place.
spam him.
Ah.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Spike down mid.
Oh
Wonder was
my
there.
god.
30 seconds left.
Wonder was there to get that kill. My goodness. Great stuff here from the side. Off ROG again. I think Equinox almost lined them all up, but couldn't finish the job in the end. But you know who did?
Switching
Wonder.
sides.
And once again,
Match
ROG,
point.
they find themselves at match point, but defense for the side of Team Exploits up. They should be able to win this one out, considering how you've seen the past few attempts go, but we'll see if that actually ends up happening.
You know, to be honest, I think Team Explorer are giving more of a fight than ROG were expecting. They brought it down to a 1v1 in the end as well, right? And if Wonder wasn't there at the right position, I think Shooter could have probably gotten away with it. He got a 3K, he had the confidence to move in and get probably something else. Maybe could have ran towards A. A lot of things could have been the variables to consider, but in the end, it's happened. Whatever's happened has happened, and it's ROG yet again with the lead. They've cleared up most of mid, so they're gonna be taking in a little bit of map control. Sensei has been spotted out almost. Okay, that was a warning shot.
Yeah.
Warning shots being thrown in. Oh,
Oh,
ouch.
wow.
Soulmate.
No. Yeah, well, no more warnings for Sensei now. He's dead. He's gone from this world. Oh, Ducky actually gets some pretty good spam going towards Equinox.
Placing
Equinox is
swarm
quite
grenade.
low. But those two swarm
Spike
grenades
planted.
towards the Heaven's Eater should help them control that just a little bit better. The heal is up from Sky as well. So Equinox is going to be back to 100 HP. No shields though, and Wonder on the flank, but Shooter picks him off.
King.
They actually have a chance over here. They are in a 4v3. For the first time, you can say this is a man advantage situation for them, but Luthra pulling it back. Shooter, though, instantly equalizes. 2v2 now. Bullseye good for one. Is he good for two? No, he is not. It's going to be down to Luthra to make this happen. Luthra do it. ROG have done it.
Ult's ready.
It
TE.
happened.
They tried. They tried to make this work, but in the end, it is going to be the side of ROG who end up clinching this one out. Although TE, they did give a very, very tough fight.
Now, I'm anticipating my congratulations.
Oh my days, what a insane game of Valorant this was. We saw it all, Floki. We saw absolute crazy domination plays coming in a certain couple of rounds. We saw 4v5 games come in. We saw it. It's just amazing the amount of, technical issues came and so, surmounted completely everybody here. The amount of weight that we had, unfortunately, due to those issues. Players disconnecting, 4v5, still holding on even after that. Overtime over overtime, on top of overtime. And TE, really, honestly, they deserve every bit of respect that we give them to hold on against a team like ROG until a point where it is 16 rounds in for both these teams almost is honestly a feat that I don't think any normal team could achieve.
Absolutely. With that said, let's jump into the match highlights and see exactly how ROG managed to make this work. It should have been theirs. It was a 5v4. Let's not cut corners here. It was a match that ROG should have won, but Exploit just somehow held on for so long. And you know what? Even though Exploit, they didn't win that map, they definitely won our hearts there. I don't think we were expecting the side of Exploit to put up such a fierce fight despite being down one man. It wasn't looking like they were going to put up that much of a fight. ROG had a big lead, but then eventually, slowly but surely, they whittled it down, brought it to 12-11, somehow through miracles, and then we went to overtime.
Yeah.
Everyone got their money's worth today, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, that is for sure. It's unfortunate that the side of TE really put in such a great show. I honestly I love the watching TE play, and this is just one of their amazing traits that I think as a team they perform like it's like I told you earlier, Floki, right? This team banks upon everybody playing their individual game as well as their team game. You saw everybody lifted their own weight, right? You could see Darky 24, Soulmate 24, Shooter 32, and King on 25. Everybody did their best. And honestly, it was crazy the way that this team held on. And, I think that they might have not won the game, but I'm going to say the same thing that we all say. They might have lost the match, but they definitely won our hearts.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we talk about. I mean, kudos to ROG as well for, giving over the technical pause time over to the side of Team Exploit so that their last player could reconnect. Even though he wasn't there for the entire game, that's just good sportsmanship spirit from both of these teams. And, Team Exploit, well, I have to say one thing. They definitely made it worthwhile for ROG to use their technical time to dent it. They really gave them a tough fight. I think it would have been how should I say that? I think it would have been a bit disrespectful if they actually didn't try to play when they were 4v5. They certainly did, and ROG, they got a lot more than they bargained for. But I'm quite sure that's an experience that they're gonna learn from because I think somewhere or the other they also know that that 4v5 should have been theirs from the start. But hey, accidents happen, and maybe this is one that ROG is gonna learn and grow from.
Yeah.
I mean,
what more can you say? This match, even though it was a 4v5, the side of TE gave us pretty much everything that you would expect from a 5v5, right?
yeah,
just crazy stuff. I love it. The way they played around, their defense, their defensive holds were so good at times, towards that B side. King and Shooter, there was a deadly duo combination between those two that kept coming out every other round that they just, with the Odin and Operator. How often does that combo work in a match when you would, get into your ranked matches or stuff, right? It doesn't
Not very
usually
often.
happen. But yeah, it's happened. And you can look at the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. The amount of weight that these guys have carried on their own shoulders, apart from Shooter, who's, well, honestly, that man, I don't know. I want to touch his feet at this point. If I can get like half the skill that he has, he's just crazy. His shots are amazing. 32 kills for him, top of the server. Ludra adding on to his MVP stars as he's got a 30 bomb himself. And his team is following up as well. Sensei with 27, Wonder with 17. We got Bullseye with 20, and Equinox pulling his weight with 14. The side of ROG, they had their individual performances as we saw. But Team Exploit, well, as a team, unfortunately, they cannot go through with this map, and they have to give it away 16-14. Respectable scoreline, to be really honest. And at this point, I have no words, man.
Absolutely, I don't either. I mean, you can see like this doesn't look like the scoreboard of a losing team. You probably think, "Wait, I mean, was your Sky having that bad of a day on first sight?" But no, it was just Pokemon unfortunately teasing out quite early on, and as a result, couldn't do all that much. I do believe I have some unfortunate news for our viewers. I don't think the side of uh, okay,
Oh
so
boy.
Team Exploit. Uh, yeah, you know what? It's just better to say it with our faces on the screen instead. So let's wait for that.
Yeah.
There you go. Team Exploit have forfeited their game. Unfortunately, one of their players' internet issues, and the other player could not make it in time. So unfortunately, they're going to be giving up the second map as well. It's going to be the first loss in this group stage in a harrowing manner, in a manner that I hope into other teams, and hopefully, other teams can maybe learn a bit more from this and can be a little bit prepared the next time around when they play in the gauntlet. But with that out of the way, I just like to say that ROG Academy, they have won this best of three. They're going to be moving up in the terms
Yeah.
of their rankings, and hey, congratulations to them. A win is a win. Perhaps they would have liked to win it fair and square. The first map performance looked really good. I'm quite sure they want to play some more Valorant too, but at the end of the day, this was a needed win for them, and maybe, just maybe, this is what's going to tip them over the edge and maybe send them into that top four and into the playoffs. Who knows? It's too early to say.
No.
But I think with that out of the way, I think it's time to say our goodbyes unless you've got something to say.
Oh no. I just think that this is really unfortunate that TE had to give up this match this way, because we were about to see Fracture, and that again, this is another time where we're not going to see it apart from when True Rippers play it. But yeah, I think that this would have been a lot more interesting on the second map. But TE, they've got players who unfortunately cannot connect, and because of that, they cannot continue the 4v5, so they're going to have to forfeit. So that is the end of today, ladies and gentlemen. We have well, it's been an eventful day, to be honest. We've got everything in store. We saw earlier Team Valor and True Rippers go at it, and right now this match, filled with unfortunate circumstances, has to end on a sour note for
Yeah,
True the Team Exploit, right? So we're
true
gonna finish it
exploit.
off right here. True Exploit. We're gonna finish it off right here. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, because it has been a great day, and I hope you all have enjoyed at least the one map that we got to see.
Absolutely.
It was almost as good as two maps, to be honest, 16-14. This is the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial, with a power partner 656 and our accessories partner Cosmic Byte. If you want to check out the deals from our sponsors, go right down to the description below. You're going to find everything you need to upgrade your PC, to get your apparel as well. Support your teams by getting the amazing t-shirt jerseys that we have in store for you, and you can go ahead and write down even the code of your teams in that code thing. You can go ahead and support your team over there as well. Not to forget, hit the like and subscribe button so you will also love our content, support us as well when we come to you with these amazing matches, and hit that notification bell icon so every time we go online, you're going to get to know it, and you're going to be right here watching these teams go against each other. But before we go away, Floki, we do have the group standings to just have a last look at what exactly is going to be the state of things, as ROG Academy are going to be registering their first win. So let's have a look at that. Unfortunately, TE, they're going to stick right where they are, I believe. They're going to be right there, except that it's just going to be that number 1 added to the loss count. And ROG, they move up 2 spots.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. They're out of the red now. They basically sort of secure their spot in the group standings with these points. Unless Seoul Esports manages to win their next game, ROG Academy will maintain their position. They are being closely tailed, though. You know, these teams have not played their third games just yet. I believe EXO, Seoul, M42, and God Particles are yet to play their matches. So when they have, we'll have a better picture of this overall. But that's gonna be it from our side, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be catching you tomorrow or some other time. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification icon, and that's about it. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you some other time.